All right. So this is Amina from CAIR. And so please introduce yourself a little better. I don't have the microphone.
Of course. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Very heartwarming gathering. It's always a good day when we come together to protect our democracy. My name is Amina Barhoumi. I'm the Outreach Director of the Ohio chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations, known as CAIR-Ohio. We stand here today to urge Senator Portman to stand up for voting rights. We're here to demand that every citizen, especially marginalized communities like the Muslim community, have adequate voting access. The Freedom to Vote Act will help remove some of the hurdles that communities of color and other minority communities face when voting. No matter our background or where we live, for democracy to work, it must include all of us. Today and every day, we fight against any deliberate attempt to remove power from the people. The Freedom to Vote Act protects the people's ability to vote, say, for example, by expanding voter registration with automatic and same-day registration. These are good standards for democracy. Increasing voting access with vote by mail and early voting. That's a good measure for democracy. Limiting the removal of voters from voting rolls. That is a good measure for democracy. Restoring voting rights with our sisters and brothers with past criminal convictions because everyone deserves a second chance. That is a good standard for democracy. Establishing Election Day as a federal holiday. That is a good standard for democracy. And creating national standards to protect voting access is crucial and critical, as there continue to be efforts to make it harder, especially here in Ohio, only down the block at the Ohio State House, for us Ohioans to vote. So, for example, HB 294, which was introduced earlier this year in the Ohio House, is a fine example of this attempt. This bill cuts early voting hours, limits ballot drop boxes, shortens the application period for absentee ballots, tightens voter ID requirements, prohibits prepaid postage, and even tosses out ballots that are not sealed in 2 envelopes. The harmful clauses in this bill cannot be overlooked because they disproportionately impact Black, brown, and immigrant communities that are already heavily underrepresented. All attempts to build barriers to the ballot box must be removed. The Freedom to Vote Act helps remove these limitations. It ensures that the bedrock of our democracy, our right to vote, our voice, is protected. And in our safeguarding the voting rights of especially the marginalized, we defend the right of every voter in this nation. Every citizen should have fair and equal access to the ballot box. Every vote should count the same as the next. Today, we're calling on Senator Portman to protect our most fundamental right in our United States of America, and that's our right to vote. Senator Portman, we urge you to support the Freedom to Vote Act. Thank you.